Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, it's Monday, everybody. This is Intercontinental Sport TV back again with this video. It's all about the sport review for the last week, to be precise. And today we are going to look into so many things today. We also have on this channel the African. I'm talking about the top 10 African players home and abroad for the last week. So I want to welcome everybody wherever you're watching from. This is Intercontinental Sport TV. They call me the Don of Sport Entertainment. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. It's going to be a fantastic week. I wish every viewers wherever you're watching from, it's going to be a fantastic week. Claim that for yourself. And I'm so going to bring co-hosts on this channel. Talking of Robbie and also Kunle Faiga, all the way from Nigeria. And please, if you're watching this for the first time, please, you know what you got to do. Let me tell you what you got to do. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button as well. This is a way to help the community for African people wherever you are. It's about this channel. It's all about sport. But today, we're going to look at, let me show you the agenda before I start bringing in hosts for this show. Robbie is standing in by already. Today is Monday, as I've said. This is what we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss about the matches played in APL, La Liga, MLS as well. And also, we're going to look at the top 10 best African players home and abroad. And also some other sports updates will also be reviewed on this show. Once again, back to this video, I welcome everybody. Please, wherever you're watching from, if you just stumble Intercontinental Sport TV, help us to subscribe and also smash the like of the for the video. And let me go straight into this. Straight up, let me bring in my special guest for now. I'm having Robbie. Robbie, what's going on?
I am good.
Can you hear
Good.
me?
Good evening. Good evening. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can
All
hear
right.
you.
All right. Awesome. Good to have you on
Yes,
this
I can
show.
hear you.
Yes, I was
Good to be here.
your last weekend. I was
The weekend was good. Weekend was very wonderful. Um, let me say the weekend was actually very quiet, but it was an intriguing weekend because we saw Liverpool claim the FA Cup trophy. We saw
yeah.
West Ham almost derail Manchester City defense of the EPL title. So I would say the weekend was actually fun.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll still be waiting for Kunle to join us on this show. It's been pretty bad from Maryland right now. The weather is so terrible. And
Yeah, same here
well,
in
we
Ife.
gotta do
Same
what
here
we
in
gotta
Ife as
do.
well.
Oh, really?
Yes, same here in Ife as well. It's raining. The breeze is going is just everywhere. So I'm taking safety and shelter in one of the hostels so that I don't carry away by the breeze.
Yeah, thanks for that's DK Mind Fee. He sent it a fire chat to us. Thank you so much wherever you're watching from. Keep your comments coming. This is we're going to talk about your comment. We're going to dissect into it. Please drop your comment wherever you're watching from. It's all about you. It's all about us. Let's talk sport. So I'm going to talk. We're still coming back to the FA Cup final that was played over the weekend, which Liverpool claiming the trophy. Before we get into it, let me ask you. This is the second trophy Liverpool is obtaining this season. What's your take
Yes.
about this? I mean, is the treble is now looming? I mean, they could claim three or four right now. What do you think?
Yes, they could claim three or four. I think
That's
I think
treble, you know.
yes, they could claim one or the two remaining trophies for the season, but I would say that claiming those trophies, those facts are actually stand. They are sitting on a knife's edge. Why? Because the teams they have to play or the teams they are up against in terms of one, the EPL trophy, is a very strong team. If Liverpool
Absolutely.
wins tomorrow, if Liverpool wins tomorrow, they will narrow their Manchester City's lead to just a single point going into the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And the last game of the season for Manchester City is against Aston Villa. And just like my friend tweeted on Twitter today, that Manchester City will beat the hell out of Aston Villa like a thief that was caught at the computer village. Aha. So I would
Oh my goodness.
I can bet my university certificate on the fact that City will beat
By this
the
guy.
living daylights out of Aston Villa to keep that title. Because right now City is like a woman that is
Yes.
scorned and she would do anything to get back at the person that practically brought about her being scorned. That is what City is doing right now. Yes, they dropped 2 points yesterday, but I will tell you that there is no way Pep will rather die than let that title go. So
Yes.
that about the EPL. As for the Champions League, I would give it 50-50 because the truth is, I think Liverpool should be careful of
Yeah.
not being overconfident going into that final. And as it is, I tell people one thing that once Real Madrid hear the UEFA Champions League anthem, that team is a different team entirely. So it's a
Yeah.
50-50 for me as touching the UEFA Champions League. Who knows? Liverpool might end up getting the quadruple, or they might end up just getting the double. Let's see how things out. Let's see how things turn out.
All right. That's a good one. I think Kunle is ready to join us right now, all the way from Oshodi, Nigeria. Oshodi, man. What's going on, bro?
Yes, I'm good, boss. Good evening, and good evening to Robert, our man of royalty, all the way from the
All the
ancient
village. Yeah.
city of
Ancient
Ilefe.
city.
Yes,
Good evening to you.
yeah, well done, boss. Yeah, and
Let's jump into the
yes,
trade.
I was just yeah. Robert was talking about about City's draw to West Ham yesterday. I was saying it that I was very confident. When most people were saying that when City and Liverpool met, that was
Yeah.
earlier in, was it April, that was going to be the game that was going to decide the
Define
title,
the title.
and
Yeah.
whoever won would. I was just looking. They drew. I told people, they were not like, oh, that after this game that they are not, that the two of them
Mm.
are not going to win. They are not going to drop points. They are going to win all their. They're going to win
All
all
their
their games, and I was just looking at it. A bit Tottenham show face, West Ham show face. I mean, why I am happy about it. You see, if anything, it only goes to tell you that the Premier League is not a one way show. yes, we can understand that yes, City and Liverpool are the standard, but the truth is there are still teams that will hurt them. That is why I find it very ridiculous where we keep bringing up this quadruple narrative, unbeaten narrative. When you are not Barcelona, when it's not that you are Barcelona Femini, the Barcelona female team that won 30 out of 30 matches. Ah, even Bayern Munich in all their domination of the Bundesliga
Sometimes
have
they
never gone
struggle.
an entire season
Yeah.
unbeaten. Exactly, they struggle. I mean, yes, we know they've won the last 10 or 11 Bundesligas, but there's always going to be one or two teams that will, trouble them. So, I'm happy about this. And I think it just goes to show that, it's all to play for on that last day. And I like what Robert said. Liverpool should stop. You see, if Liverpool keep putting this quadruple, that's why I don't like. I used to say it. See, I'm part of the media, but I don't like the way the media does certain things because this quadruple narrative that they keep spinning is an unnecessary
Mm.
distraction. It is an unnecessary. Why will you be talking about quadruple for goodness? Yes, they are in it, but let's not stop putting it like as if it is something that is going to. Manchester City are not fools. Sorry, neither is Real Madrid. I mean, so just because they are in the final doesn't mean that because the way they put it is like as if this quadruple thing is something that is going to be so guaranteed. And I, for one, I do not see how Liverpool is going to. I mean, we've even had Liverpool fans here on this show, and they themselves have said it that Liverpool cannot win all four. That they are only going to either win probably one of the Premier League or the Champions League, and they might not even be one. I mean, now that they've won the FA Cup, maybe there might not be anything again. But hey, it's all to play for. But I think, as Robert has said, I think Manchester City have this in the bag because see, the vex we then go use on that last day. See, even if it means
Tell
Pep
you.
will go and bring, even if it means Pep will go and bring, even if it means Pep will not use Fernandino and Shea Laporte and
And
Diaz are not available.
Rodri,
Even if
Yeah.
yeah.
and then, see, even if it means he goes, maybe he has been putting some academy boys on the bench of late recently. See, those boys will start and they will get the job done against Villa. Believe me, he's not going to let it slip this time around. So, I mean, knowing that it is the last day of the season, so. But it's all to play for, though. But it's going to really make a very fine end to the season for us, rather than something that we would have said, oh, the Premier League was already wrapped up with 5 games to go, 7 games to go. That's not nice. It's always nice when the Premier League. It's always nice when the Premier League gets to the very last day of the season. We've always had drama. I mean, look at 12 years, 10 years ago when Man City painfully took the Premier League away from Manchester United's grabs by goal difference. It's not something I ever want to remember again. So, but it's nice we can have drama again. It's always nice.
Okay. Let's quickly look into the results over the weekend. We're going to start with
Hmm.
EPL. We have Spurs. Almost. I mean, they went through. They won their match. It was a die hard match. It's, they gave it to them as in they didn't mess up at all. At the end of the day, Spurs won their match with lone goal, and Aston
Hmm.
Villa host they played a draw with Crystal Palace. Likewise, same with Brighton versus Leeds. Also, Leicester City coming all the way with 5 goals to 1 against Watford. Also, the Man City that we've just talked about it with now in the first half, they came up a second time on fire, and I think at the end of it all, they will have won the match if not because this guy threw away the penalty, Mares. It will have been
Absolutely.
it really pained Pep seriously. I'm not sure he's going to take any penalty anymore
Nah,
from my point
nah.
of view.
I think we should stop doing this thing. Missing penalties is part of the game. So okay, so if
But
the next person now takes and misses
Solskjaer,
in call.
That's another thing anyway. And
Uh-huh.
look at the match between Norwich and Wolves. They played. They shared the points together. That's 1-1. Everton losing
Yeah.
to Brentford.
Ah, that was a very
What do you
painful
think
match.
about that match? Yeah.
Everton will be pained because this was a game that they were supposed to win to
Yeah.
ensure
At
that
home.
they had. Yes, it was very, very, very painful, but they had a red card in that match. I've forgotten the name of the guy, Braithwaite, or I've forgotten the name of the guy who got a red card, and it wasn't easy. They even got a second yellow card in the last minute.
Yes.
That means it was a very, very tense match. But Everton have an outstanding match. I think they're going to play Crystal Palace this week, so they have
Yeah.
a chance for redemption. So they have to get it right. Otherwise, it's going to be really a hell one hell of a ride on the final day of the season.
All right. Robbie, I want to come to you about this table right now. We have in Man City 90 points, Liverpool having 86 points with one match to play. Two matches to finish the league. Likewise, Chelsea as well. They 70 points. Tottenham 68. Arsenal is playing. What do you think about? Do you see anything that's going to change on this table tonight? I mean, considering the
Um,
fact that Arsenal is going to play tonight.
looking at the way things are at the moment, I for one, I cannot predict Arsenal against Newcastle, because if it was to be the first half of the season, I would have said, oh, give it to Arsenal. Arsenal will get the job done. But Newcastle,
Hmm.
in as much as they are not in the relegation battle, I think they want to finish on a high. And I'm so sure that they don't mind denting Newcastle's chances of making top four. They don't mind. Yesterday, just like we say, West Ham has nothing to play for, because whether they lost yesterday's match or not, they are guaranteed to go to Europe. At least they will
Hmm.
go to the conference league. But they still wanted to
Amen.
at least bear their teeth against Man City, which we saw them do in the first half of yesterday's game. So in the case of Newcastle Arsenal, I would say that match is actually is an even game. It's a 50-50 game for me. Who knows? Newcastle might win, Arsenal might win, and I'm going more of the way of Newcastle, because Arsenal is just really unpredictable. They can blow hot today and blow
Yes.
cold tomorrow. So I would say I would
Very cold.
actually want to
Very
lean.
cold
Yes,
tomorrow.
yeah. Also, I will lean towards Newcastle in this encounter.
Yeah, good. Nice, a nice one. Kunle, I'm coming to you about Serie A now. We're going to Serie A. Look at the table. What do you think?
Yeah.
Milan still 83.
Uh,
Inter following them
yeah.
like anything.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them won. Both of them won. Milan beat Atalanta 2-0, while Inter beat Cagliari 3-1, ensuring that it is going down to the wire. I was already kind of like afraid for Milan against Atalanta, because Atalanta is a very tough side, even though their form might have dropped
Yes.
in recent times. As you can see, they are already out of the European places, and that's a shame. Knowing that they were in the Champions League this season, in Manchester United's group, showed Manchester United Pepe, but they dropped to the Europa League. They didn't do
Yes.
well. They lost to Bayer Leverkusen, and their season has not really gone so well. But AC Milan came through regardless. Then Cagliari too is another tough side, especially when they're at home. But
Yeah.
Inter Milan were able to deal with them with ease. So it's going to the final day of the season, and I'm really hoping that AC Milan gets to win, because they are
I
now in
tell you.
pole position. All they simply need is to
It's
beat.
just one point.
I don't know who they are playing on the last. I don't know.
They actually
Yeah,
need
they
only a
just
point.
need. Oh,
They just need a
They just
you
need
sure?
a
Are you
draw.
points.
sure?
Yes.
Yes, Yes, they need a point.
But
They must
Yeah,
not
they just
but
said it.
lose.
That's the table. Yeah.
but Inter has if they go a point and Inter has a better goal difference than them, or is it head to head they will use?
I don't know. I think they are using head to head
And oh, okay, I don't know what
because
the
that
head to
was
head result is.
because that was what the commentator said yesterday that AC needs just a point, the last game to clinch the title. So they
Oh,
must
okay,
avoid
okay
defeat
then.
by all means.
Wow.
Oh, okay, then that means Milan. That means Milan probably has a better head to head because by goal difference, Inter has a better goal difference. So definitely maybe Milan goal difference.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's move on to MLS. Um, for our American viewers, this is Western FC still on top with 23 points. FC Dallas 22. Austin making the third position with 20 points, while LA Galaxy 19 points. Everything still seems so, so together. I'm talking about the points. It's not yet, the margin is not yet so big. Kunle, what do you say about this
Yeah,
Western
yeah.
Conference? Kunle, are you still there? Please, what do you think? What do you think about the Western Conference? I think I lost.
Well, for the
Okay,
Western Conference, it's still like you said, everything is still a little bit too early, but there were big wins. FC Dallas beat LA Galaxy, I think. Um, then I think Real Salt Lake had the of Austin over the weekend as well. So I think Houston Dynamo also had a win. The same thing with Colorado. With the Colorado Rapids. The season doesn't seem to be going well for the Portland Timbers. I think they had a defeat. I think they did lose. They did lose, and it's kind of unfortunate considering that they were MLS Cup runners-up last season. So, but it's just week 11, so there's still plenty to play for. Still a whole lot to play for.
all right. Moving to the Eastern Conference, the table. Montreal is having 20 points. This one is also very, very close. The points are so close.
Yeah,
So, Kunle, what do you say
absolutely.
about this
Yeah,
one, the Eastern
absolutely.
Conference?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it was because I think Montreal had a big win. Okay, I think they drew with Philadelphia Union at the weekend. That was a very big one because you were going to expect that they would, Philadelphia Union would win. They are usually strong at home, but there were wins.
Yes.
But then there were wins for New York City FC. I think there was also a win for the New York Red Bulls. They won away from home. Atlanta United they drew with New England Revolution. That was last season's Supporters Shield winners. And Atlanta United have a very good record. They are the only team who have not lost at home this season. They have an unbeaten run at home this season.
Hmm.
And as for Charlotte FC, they lost 2-0. I think was that not to that was to Cincinnati FC. Then Orlando City FC had a win on their own part. So it's still a tight table as you can see.
Very
You can see
tight.
from
Very,
first
very, very
to
tight.
you can see that from first to seventh, which is the playoff
7.
place.
Yes.
Yeah, from first to seventh is the playoff places, and you can see that it's just 5 points. So it's still very, very much to play for.
Absolutely. Let's go to before we go into our top 10. With countdown, it's very close. Let's quickly look at the Nigerian league for Nigerian viewers as well too. So let's look at the league. The top 10. We see our Rivers United having 58 points. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's
Rob,
nothing much.
yeah.
Well, Rivers United. Oh, okay. Oh no, let Robert go. Let Robert
Yeah,
go. Let.
Robbie, can you tell us what's your own view on this league? That's Nigerian league so far. Rivers, they are still on top with 58
Yeah.
points. They've won 70 matches. Please go for it.
Rivers United are actually still top of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Last week, I think they lost a game last week, and Plateau United were able to close the gap to about 4 points, I believe, because Plateau United won their own game. I think they won their game by 3 goals to 1. I think the major talking point of the week were two matches precisely. The match that involved shooting stars. I think
Hmm.
there was a comical video that was posted on Twitter where a very, very tame shot by the opposing attacker that was played towards
Yeah.
the shooting stars goalkeeper,
Yeah.
and you would not believe what happened. What was supposed to be a routine catch for the goalkeeper actually turned out to be a
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
So,
Are you kidding
so
me?
yes, yes, the video is on Twitter and it was not funny at all. In
Please,
fact,
I want to look at it too.
the goal was so comical that even the opposing attackers were laughing. They were laughing because if not in a
Yeah. It was.
thousand
It
years,
was very funny.
not in a thousand years did that guy believe that shot would actually score. Because I'm so sure that even your son will catch that ball. So it just goes on to tell you the goalkeeping problem that is plaguing shooting stars at the moment. And also MFN, for now
Hmm.
they've been able to shall I say delay the inevitable because they too also won at home 2 goals to 1. They are fighting
Yeah.
desperately in the relegation waters, but I don't think they have done enough to escape relegation as it is. So that is just what is
Wow.
going on in the league right now.
All right, all right, all right. That's good. Now let's move to our main thing. The main thing for today, I'm talking about the top 10. The top 10 African players that did very well over the week. And we're going to go for it. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is how we're going to do it. Guys, I want everybody to sit down and watch this. Our top 10, number 10 for this week. I'm talking about number 10 for this week that did very well. We're going to go for this player. Kunle, are you ready? Please go for this guy. His name is this. Please, what do you know about this guy? Ryan Ait Noturi of Algeria. He scored in Wolves Premier League draw with Norwich City. What do you know about this guy? Kunle, are you there?
Yes, boss. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you know about this guy?
Okay.
Our top 10. Our
Yeah.
number 10
Yeah.
for this week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ryan Aidnouri. Yeah. He's a French Algerian. He's plays for Wolves. He's eligible to play for either France or Algeria. He was born in France, but he is of Algerian descent. Yes, Wolves were supposed to beat Norwich City because number one, Wolves were at home, but Wolves have been actually been very very bad. They their form has really really tailed off this season. You know, there was a time when Wolves were in top form, where they were
Yeah.
even in the hunt for the top four, if you remember, but they've
Of
really
course, yeah.
really faded out. Yeah, but they've
That
really
time
faded out.
they
But
beat Ole,
yeah,
they beat Man U very well.
yeah, yeah, but they also is not only then. I think they beat one of the other big teams too now. So it's not just don't say it like as if Ole or no wait. Oh, they did not beat Ole. Ole beat them. Oh, so please be careful, sir. But either ways,
Ah,
yes. But either ways, Ainuri has been a very he has been a main player for Wolves this season, majorly playing at left wing back. He has held his own. So this was his first goal for Wolves this season, and well, that's a very good one for him because it's just one game to wrap up the season. So good one for him there. But sad that he couldn't beat Norwich, but Wolves are safe. They might not. They are not going to be going to the European competitions, if I am correct, if I am right.
At all.
So they
Yeah.
won't be going as well. Yeah. So at least all they can do is end their season on a high, and I'm sure Ignori getting a goal is also among one of those high moments. So a good one to
Yes.
him.
All right. Robbie, our number nine for this week. Number nine for this week is this guy, uh, Jeffrey Chulop from Ghana. He scored in Crystal Palace 1-1 Premier League draw with Aston Villa. What do you want to talk about this guy from Ghana making number nine?
Yeah, well, Jeffrey Schlupp is a Ghanaian international. From what I read, he's more or less like a Leicester City boy because that was just where he started his career from. Um, this is this is his
Yeah.
this is his fourth goal of the season. He has two assists to his name. Not your regular goal scorer because of more or less like where he plays from and the kind of job he does for the team. He's a left midfielder for Leicester City, and I think it's a good one to see him get on the score sheet. Leicester City has not been at their very best this season. This is not the Leicester City that we saw that won the league some couple of years back. But well, I think they are just trying to finish the season on a high, and it's good to see Jeffrey Schlupp on the score sheet for the team. So that is what I have to say.
All right, let's move to number eight. Kunle, are you ready for this number eight for this week? African best players did very well over the week. His name is David Okereke. Making number eight is from Nigeria. He scored in Venezia 1-1 Serie A draw with AS Roma. What do you want to talk about, David? It's our
Yeah,
brother.
this is a game that would really disappoint AS Roma because Venezia are
Yes.
rock bottom in Syria, and they had a player sent off, but Roma were still not able to beat them. But the surprising thing was that Venezia got, and Roma were at home, but the surprising thing was Venezia got the lead in the first minute, courtesy of Okereke, who scored his seventh goal of Serie this season. He is on loan from this Belgian Club Bruges. That's the pic where his picture is showing. In the blue jersey. That is his, and that's his seventh goal in 32 games this season. It is not a bad run considering that Venezia at one point were really getting some good results. I remember there was a time where they were like on an unbeaten run, and they were out of the relegation zone. But things have really gone down for them this season, and I don't know. I think with this defeat, I think they have already been relegated. I think there is no hope for them again.
Yeah,
But yeah, but
absolutely.
it's a well, but it's a good one. At least they play for pride. They were able to draw Roma away from home, and Okirike was able to get his name on the score sheet. So I think he will look back at his loan at Venezia, knowing that okay, even though they couldn't stay up, at least he was the main man, and he did his best for them.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to number seven. Are you ready, Robbie? Number seven for this week.
Yes,
I'm
I
going to
am.
tell you. His name is Yuan Wissa. Yuan Wissa from Congo Democratic. I'm talking about he scored in Brentford 3-2 win over Everton over the weekend. His name is Yuan Wissa. Go for it, Robbie. What do you know about this guy?
I love this guy. Why do I love this guy? I love him because of the way he celebrates his goal. He has
Yes.
he has this more or less like this Chinese Buddha seat when he scores a goal, and it is absolutely beautiful. Yuan Wissa is no stranger to scoring beautiful goals for Brentford. Um, I think one of the displays that endeared him to me was the goal he scored against the 3-3 draw when they played Liverpool. The goal came in almost the last kick of the game, because at that point in time
Yes.
Liverpool thought, oh, they had won the game, and
Yes.
Johan Wissa introduced himself to the world with a very 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 beautiful goal. So to see him condemn Everton to the relegation battle once again, well, let me say, a part of me actually wants Everton to be relegated. I don't know why, but I think I don't want Everton to just go. so and seeing you and Wisa contribute to the misery of Everton right now,
Yeah.
just as I'm laughing, practically gives me a whole lot of joy. So I'm saying kudos to Bedford and kudos to Yawisa.
Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go to our number six for today. Number six for today, we are talking about the top 10. If you're watching this for the first time, we are celebrating our brothers all over the Europe, wherever they are playing. I'm talking about African players, home and abroad. How they did very well. We are doing top 10. Number six for this week. I won't lie to you, Kunle. What do you know about this, our main guy? Number nine for Nigeria. His name is Victor Osimhen. Syria over Noah. Please go for it, Kunle. What do you want to talk about this Armin guy?
Ah,
Victor Osimhen.
our our pundit is Sonu guy.
It's
Eh,
all
yeah,
this is
for
on.
yes, for Seaman, um, well, he, yeah, absolutely. Well, for Osimhen, well, he's the main man for Napoli, and he found the back of the net once again, which it takes his tally to, I think 14 for the season. Yes, 14 in
14. Yeah,
26 Serie A games,
14.
Yes.
which is not bad. It is a very very good record for him, and I think it only goes to show that Osimhen is really really improving. Now we're going to have a situation where we're going to have the likes of Dries Martins, who are going to be leaving at the end of the season, Lorenzo Insigne. So I think from next season, it's going to be really nice to see where how Osimhen is going to be utilized in the Napoli squad, because it is very clear that they want to use him. Of course, there have been talks that maybe he wants to leave and all, but trust me, if he's going to leave, you should know Napoli's president. If you don't drop the money they are looking for, they are not going to sell him.
Mm-hmm.
Lido Koulibaly till tomorrow is still in Napoli, when he should have left Napoli maybe as much as maybe 5 seasons ago. But and that could be the same with Osimhen. So it is very good. It's been a good season for them. And the good thing about it is that Osimhen is going to be in the Champions League next season, because Milan and Napoli are guaranteed to be in the Champions League next season, because I think they're going to finish. I think third is.
Yeah, tough.
So it's very exciting times for the player and for the club.
All right, that is it. That is it. That is it. Please, if you are watching this for the first time or what you're just watching, just joining us, please smash a like of Nigeria. And also going to at number five for this week. I would lie to you, Robbie. I don't know whether you know about this guy. He's on fire over the weekend. His name is Yusufa Mukoko, not Amukoko in Nigeria. I'm talking about Mukoko of Cameroon. He scored in Borussia Dortmund. The guy is on fire in Borussia Dortmund. I tell you, he scored over the weekend. Please tell us what you know about this guy.
I think one thing we should actually try to get right is the fact that Yusufa Mokoko is actually a German. He was born in Cameroon, yes, but when he left Cameroon for Germany, and he represents the German national team at the youth level for now. Uh, um, as it is, he has 16 appearances this season, two goals for his appearances, or for his efforts, and he has
Huh?
two assists to his name. And the wonderful thing about him is he actually was transferred from St. Pauli. That was where he actually started his career from. From St. Pauli, he went down to Dortmund, and from there, Dortmund is taking a very very good care of him, nurturing his talents, and that is what we are seeing right now. A striker that is delivering week in, week out for this club. Hopefully, with the exit of Erling Haaland to Manchester City, which is of course no news around the world. Hopefully, Yusufa Mokoko will be able to step into the very, very, very big shoes that Erling Haaland has left at
I tell
Dortmund.
you.
Hopefully, we'll get to see
Yes.
what Mokoko can do with regular appearances and regular football for him. That is Yusufa Mokoko for you.
Yes, 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 yes. We are moving to number 4. We are moving to number 4. Kunle, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. His name is Simon Bansa, not Bansa. His name is Bansa. Simon Bansa from the
Yes,
you in Farming or what's this? Okay, Portuguese, in the Portuguese league, win over Braga. He scored. He's from
Famalicao,
Democratic of
Famalicao.
Congo. Only what do you want to talk about this big
Yeah,
guy? Please go for it.
yes, yes. Um, Simon Banza. He's on loan at Famalicao from RC Lens in the French league, and what a player he has been for Famalicao this season. Famalicao, the Portuguese league ended at the weekend, and the brace he scored took him to 14 for for this season in 29 appearances, which is very, very, very impressive. And Famalicao finished in eighth position. You know, that means he really had a very productive loan, and I am very sure that him going back to RC Lons, he will probably be utilized in the French league next season, or probably maybe get a big move to a bigger club, because that's what loans do. When you go on loan, you perform very well. So it's either
Yes,
you do that to impress your parent club, or you use that to impress other suitors. And with 14 goals, I'm sorry, with 14 goals, it is a very, very respected league. I think for the Portuguese league ranks after the top five leagues. So, I mean, for you to get 14 goals in 29, it shows that you've really done very well. So, I wouldn't be
it's massive.
surprised if clubs will come scampering for his signature in the summer. And I'm very sure RC Lons will want to cash in on him, because most French league clubs, apart from PSG, are selling clubs, and if they can find good money off him, I'm very sure that would be something good for his career, especially as he is just 25 years old, so he
Yes.
has a lot to play for.
Ready. This is number 3 for this week. I tell you, Robbie, this main guy, his name is Mohamed Diomande. That's his name. He scored a brace also in North Zealand 2-0 Danish Super League and win over Velde. Bold. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad in pronunciation of these names. So please, Robbie,
Yeah,
what do you
Mohamed
say about this
Diomande.
main guy? No,
Mohamed Diomande.
Diomande, fantastic player.
Yeah, Mohamed Diomande is a central midfield. He has
Yes,
nine appearances to his name this season for his club, and he has two goals for his effort. And I think for a central midfielder, which as we know in the game of football, his primary role is actually not to score goals, but at least he has had a decent contribution to the all round effort of his club this season. He's from Ivory Coast, and the very wonderful thing about this player is the fact that his transfer did not come from his country. His transfer came from
yes,
Ghana. It was from Ghana.
yes.
He went to Europe, and the club that showcased his talent is a club called the Right to Dream FC of Ghana. So it was from
Hmm.
there he was able to move to Europe, and in Europe he's doing very well for his club. That is Mohamed Diomande for you.
Yes, 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 yes. That's our number 3, Diomande for this week. I tell you, number 2 is coming to you. Courtesy of this main guy. To you, Kunle, what do you want to talk about this guy? He's our main guy as well. To his name is Jesse Akila. Jesse Akila. Please, Kunle, go for it. What do you want to talk about this guy? He scored a brace also in Plateau United 3-0, 3-1 win in MPFL. That's the Nigerian League. Win over Wiki. Kunle, please go for it.
Yeah, Jesse Akila, a former player of MFM. He's what a player he's turning out to be for Plateau United, reuniting with his coach, with his former MFM coach Fidelis Ilechukwu. Plateau United have been very, very much informed this season. They are 2 points behind. They are 2 points behind. Oh, sorry, 4 points behind Rivers United. Yeah, and but they've
Point.
held their own. Plateau United have had a 100% home record in the MPFL this season. I think they are the only side who have not dropped a single point at home this season. And you know, going to this weekend, coming up against Wiki Tourist, you were almost kind of certain that they were going to beat. They were going to beat the team from Bauchi, and they did with ease. Akila, getting 2 goals, and he is their top scorer with 7 goals. It's 10 games to go, and you can almost tell that if Plateau United um, hunt um, will not hunt Rivers United in first place, it looks almost guaranteed that they will finish in second with how they have maintained their form this season. And you have players like Akila, to thank for it. He's been in very, very superb form. He's gotten a brace now, and we're sure that he's definitely going to get more goals this season. But although he's a bit far off from the top of the MPFL table, because I think the top scorer is Kayode Ishak, who has, I think, 14 goals, so he's 7 goals shy. But hey, anything can happen. It's 10 games to go, so a very good one from him, and we can definitely expect more good performances in the remaining games of the season from him.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to number one for this week. No doubt about it. But I want to tell our viewers what we do here on this program. We talk about the top 10. I'm talking about African players, both home and abroad. But at this moment, our number one, please, if you are watching this for the first time, please smash the like on the button of the video and also subscribe as well as we present to you our number one for this week. Robbie, we are going to talk about it. Number one for this week is Taiwo Awoniyi. Number one.
Taiwo Awoniyi. Taiwo Awoniyi. This guy
Yes.
is
Yes.
simply a joy to watch. This guy is simply a joy
Yes.
to watch. At a point in time, I was on the books of Liverpool, and
Yeah.
he went on some series of loan moves to Germany, to Holland. Those are the two major countries he had his loan spell until Union Berlin took him away from Liverpool permanently. And as it is, he has 31 appearances this season. That goes to tell you a lot.
Yes.
For a German league that has 34 games in a season, and this young
Yes.
man has been able to play 31 of those 34 games. He is absolutely instrumental to this team, and he has been phenomenal. And for his 31 appearances, he has 15 goals. This is not something you just throw away. It tells you how instrumental he has been to Union Berlin, not just surviving in the Bundesliga, but they have been able to secure European football for next season. He has one assist to his name, but overall he has 16 goals in this season. Overall, he has one goal in the German FA Cup as we know it. It is called the DFB Pokal, but we can say it is also the German FA Cup. So he has one goal and one assist in that competition as well. So overall, he has 16 goals, and that goes to tell you how, like I said once again, how influential this young man has been to Union Berlin. And it's a very, very, very successful season if you ask me, for him, because what do you want? If you cannot challenge for the trophy, you at least want to play European football, and Union Berlin has been able to do that. Over last weekend, they won at home. They won by 2 goals to 1, and for him to have scored in that game just goes to tell you that this season is a perfect one for not just Awoniyi, but also a perfect season for Union Berlin. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play in Europe next season, and I say congratulations to him, congratulations to Union Berlin as a club. Thank you very much.
Hmm. All right, thank you, Robbie. Kunle, I'm going back to you
Yeah,
right now. What do you want to talk about? This our main guy, Taiwo Awodiyi,
yeah,
making the first
yeah.
in
I'm
this
telling
week.
you, I'm even actually more fascinated by Union Berlin. You see, Union Berlin came into the Bundesliga in the 2019-20 season for the first time in their history. And in that season, normally you would
Yes.
say, oh, they should, they should, um, they should avoid relegation. But I think they were able to finish in 11th place, and
Mhm.
far, far, far away from the relegation zone. And then last season, they were able to finish in the top 10. They finished seventh that last season. And with that, they were able to go to the Europa Conference League this season. Now, I don't know if they qualified from the group phase, but I think they did try. Now, this season, for much of this season, they were actually in the top four. If you followed, there was one time where you actually thought Union Berlin were going to finish in the top four, and but unfortunately they
Yes.
couldn't. But they've been able to finish, I think, fifth or sixth, which has gotten them into the Europa League. So it's like one progress at a time, avoiding relegation, finishing in the top 10, Europa League, Europa Conference League, now Europa League. Who knows? Maybe next season they will qualify for the Champions League, and that's going to be so amazing because Union Berlin is such a small club, with very limited resources and all, but they are simply punching above their weight. And having someone like Awoniyi, who Liverpool, who was supposed to be the next biggest thing when Liverpool signed him, but now he has, after many years where he couldn't break into the Liverpool side because of work permit issues and all, now he's found a home in Union Berlin, and believe me, I think great things might just come his way because he's very much settled here. I mean, the Union Berlin fans love him. They have a song that they sing for him. Everyone just loves him, and it's really, really great to see him because this was the Taiwo Awoni that we were expecting. He blossomed at the 2013 Under 17 World Cup that had the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho those years. And
Mm.
we're already thinking, but we didn't see much from him. And you were thinking, is this guy's career over? Is he going to hit the heights? But look at him.
That's it.
It has paid off for him now, and he's still young. He's still about 23 or 24. So I'm very, very happy things are falling for him, and I wish him all the best in the future.
All right, thank you so much. This is coming to be the end of the show. But before we say bye for this show, before we leave out on the studio from our studio, let's look at the other sports updates. Kunle, is there any sport updates you want to tell our viewers
Oh
apart from
yes,
the FA World Cup we just
absolutely.
update?
We've
Likewise,
got
what do you think?
yes. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. There is updates in the NBA. We now have our conference finalists each. In the Western Conference, we're gonna have um, the Golden State Warriors versus the Memphis. No, not Memphis. Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies. If I'm no, no,
Wow,
no,
that'll be massive.
sorry, the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, the Golden State
Okay.
Warriors were able to see off Memphis Grizzlies 4-2 in the best of seven series, while the Dallas Mavericks were able to see off the Phoenix Suns 4-3. So it's going to be a very, very big one. Well, many people would say, come on. I mean, the Golden State Warriors should be able to see off should be able to see off the Mavericks with ease. But hey, it ain't gonna be easy, man. the strangest things have happened in during these playoffs. So write off the
Yes.
Dallas Mavericks at your own peril. Then in the Eastern Conference, it is going to be between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. It was a very disappointing one because the Boston Celtics defeated the reigning NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, 4-3. It went all the way to game 7, and they were able to beat Giannis Antetokounmpo's box. It was very disappointing. I know a lot of people here in Nigeria will be rooting for Yanis, but it's disappointing
Of
that
course,
the
yes.
box will not be able to make it. Yeah, the box will not be able to make it. We're not be able to make it into the conference finals for the first time. I think they made 3 conference finals in a row, but they were not able to make it this time around. So it's going to be the Celtics who are going to be gunning for an 18th NBA crown. Them and the Lakers are tied with 17 titles. So they will fancy their chances in beating a Miami Heat who made it to the finals in 2020,
Yes.
where they lost 4-2 to the Lakers, during when they played in a bubble, when they played in a bubble in
Yeah.
Orlando, Florida, because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's really, really getting to the most intense part of the playoffs, and we can't really get excited. So it's going to be the Golden State Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks for the Western Conference Finals, and the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. Absolutely. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for that insight. I was thinking this evening we should be coming up with the NBA show, but the host is a little bit out of the state right now. So definitely, hopefully next week, we won't be able to hold on to the NBA show. Robbie, is there any sports update from your side? Is there anything you want to tell our viewers before we call it off on this show? Please go for
Le-
it,
le-
bro.
okay, okay. Let me just quickly chip this in. It's most people really don't pay attention to the
Yeah.
female side of the game of football, and
Oh,
I would just
that's
quickly
true.
and I quickly want to say this that the Barcelona team, the female team, not the male team, the Barcelona female team practically set the world on fire because they went the entire season unbeaten, and our own Azizat
Yeah.
Oshuala also emerged as the highest goal scorer in the league for Barcelona with 20
Wow.
goals. Yeah, so
Wow.
Barcelona went the whole season unbeaten with they played 30 games and they won 30 games.
130
They
games.
scored they scored over
Massive.
a they scored over 100 goals. They considered less than 25 goals the entire season. So it's an
Wow.
absolute big one for that team. And I think just like I said, I think the women's game
Jeez.
they need a lot of publicity, just the way it's in the men's game. I think if possible, the women's game should also be televised. Just to watch the
Yes.
males game so that we can see what is happening and we can also appreciate what
That's
these
true.
women bring
Yeah,
to the game overall. That is my own contribution.
that's true. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so
No,
much,
no
guys.
doubt.
It's been
It
a
is true.
fantastic week.
Oh,
And we really. Oh, yeah.
oh, I
Yeah.
do
You want
want
to
to
say
point out,
something?
yeah, just to point out tennis briefly. Yes, Novak Djokovic won the ATP 1000 Rome Masters yesterday. He won the final by beating Stefano Tsitsipas 6-love 7-6. While in the women
Wow.
on the women's side of the same tournament, you had Iga Swiatek of, I think she's from Poland.
Poland,
She beat
yeah,
on
Poland.
she got yes she beat on Jabeur 6-2 6-2. That Igor Swiatek is like she's like the talk of the town in the female side. I don't know where her rank is now, but it looks
He
very
is number
likely like,
one.
oh, she's number 1 already. Oh,
She
that
He is
figures
is.
because
number
Yes.
I
one
know
already.
Yeah, because I know she won some tournaments and I know she's been talked about. And well, for the on the men's side, Novak Djokovic is back. He didn't have it good. He didn't have it
I
good in
told
Monte
you.
Carlo. He lost, but this time around, he was able to beat Tsitsipas. I mean, Rafael Nadal was beaten I think was in the quarterfinals against Denis Shapovalov, but now Djokovic has won it and he's going to be going into the French Open, which kicks off this coming Sunday. He's going to be going full of confidence that he can beat Nadal to the title because we know the French Open is Nadal's territory, but you can never write off Novak Djokovic, who is still full of vigor and still wanting to go for more.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. We've come to the end
Yeah.
of this show. To very soon, Arsenal will be playing Newcastle for the race to top four. All our Arsenal fans, we are waiting for you. At the end of it, we'll come and banter you.
Amen.
Let's see how it goes. Not now. So it is what it is, guys. So I thank you so much for coming to this show. It's been a really fantastic day and for the week. We will look ahead. The weather is coming back. It's raining outside heavily. So all right, guys. We're going to end this show for today. Kunle, thanks for coming to the show.
Thanks, boss.
All right, bye for now. And Robbie, the Onirisha.
he's he's doing very well. He's doing very very well.
All right, my regards to everybody in Ilefe. That's ancient
Sure, sure,
city in
sure, sure.
Nigeria. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Robbie.
Thank you so much
Looking
for
forward
having
to,
me.
I mean, maybe for the show ahead in the week. So thank you,
Sure, sure.
viewers. As once again, we're going to wrap up the show for the match coming up in a short while. That's match between top four. No doubt about it. Please, if you are watching this for the first time, this is how we do it on this show. Please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm talking about. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like on the video. So many contents coming up on this channel. We're going to talk about the Friday debate show. We're going to rename it to something else. So we're going to give you guys updates on that. So, but it's still the same time, but we're going to do something about it. It's going to go for Arsenal versus Newcastle once again. And thank you, viewers. Thank you so much for your support. We're about 2,100 and something. It's all about you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing, and so much content will be coming our way. So, on this note, on this final note, they call me the Don of Sports Entertainment. No doubt about it. It's been a wonderful time out with you guys. So, on this note, I said once again, bye for now as we wrap up the show.